I love the anthology, the Beatles anthology series. I really love that series. And there's some touching moments, and also some moments about history and recollection, and sometimes you get a sense of the members recalling or not necessarily recalling things. That's great. And also the release of Free as a Bird and Real Love as well. I love the song Free as a Bird, by the way. I think it's great. Yeah, and the music video as well for Free as a Bird. Oh, so cool. I was talking about it before, the song on With the Beatles, one of my favorite early albums, and it's a song called I Want to Be Your Man. I love that song. It's just so great. It's I want to be your man. 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 Ah, tell me that you love me, baby. Let me understand. Tell me that you love me, baby. Right. I want to be your man. I want to be your lover, baby. Yeah. I want to be your man. I want to be your man. Oh, that's great. Listen, if you want to know a secret. P.S. I love you. There is a place. Let's see. Chains, my babies. All right. Let's see. All right. I can also do the classics, right? Yeah. I guess they're all classics. What I'm saying, I said a really terrible thing. I apologize. They're all classics. But for example. Stars and so yeah. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm a tax man. Yeah, I'm a tax man. That's great. Ha ha, Mr. Wilson. Yeah, I love the Beatles. Have we spoken about? Yeah, we've spoken about A Hard Day's Night and the film A Hard Day's Night and the great Victor Spinetti sweater. I want one of those sweaters. And let's see. We haven't spoken about Help on this channel, right? We haven't spoken about Magical Mystery Tour. I love Magical Mystery Tour, right? Good morning, Miss Winters, Miss Winters, Miss Winters. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and Paul's, skipping down the hill there. Yeah. Oh, Dizzy Miss Lizzie. Oh, yes. Yes. Dizzy Miss Liz. Yes, that's right. And Rubber Soul is great, and Revolver. I mean, I've spoken about my love of the Beatles album, Revolver. What a and then after that, of course, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Has spoken a little bit about the Magical Mystery Tour. I don't know if I've spoken about Magical Mystery Tour, but I mean, much like my film viewing experiences of, say, Psycho and maybe Hitchcock films and Star Wars films and the like. I cannot remember a time where I didn't know the song "Strawberry Fields Forever." I know it's. I mean, it's around the same time period, right? So that is for me, like, yeah. If I had to pick my top 5 favorite Beatles songs ever, Strawberry Fields Forever is definitely there. Definitely. Strawberry Fields Forever, Across the Universe. What else? Oh gosh, it's too hard to say. Yeah. The song Helter Skelter. It's really intense. I got blisters on my fingers. Yeah. Stretch It Out. Yes, the anthology documents. That anthology series is sublime. So fantastic. Yeah. Early Beatles were so tender. I'm going to be singing all those early tunes myself now. Thank you so much. Yes, that's right. Early Beatles tunes. That's wonderful. I mean, I haven't spoken about Let It Be or Abbey Road as much, perhaps, but Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say. Dun, dun, dun. Yes. I want to tell her that I love her a lot, but I gotta get a belly full of wine. Her Majesty's a pretty nice girl. Someday I'm gonna make her mine. Oh yeah, someday I'm gonna make her mine. Well, thank you so much, Purpose of Cinema. Yes. Personal favorite Beatles album is Abbey Road. I love Abbey Road. I love Abbey Road. Has anyone been watching Britain's Got Talent? We were watching that on, you can watch some scenes of it on YouTube. So there's this Japanese comedian. What's his name? What do they call him in England? Tony. He's the guy who's wearing like underpants, and he says, don't worry, I'm wearing, and everyone's saying pants. I think in one of the things he does a little setup for the Beatles and Abbey Road. It's really great. The comedian actually lives in very not so far from here. I actually saw him in real life, just walking. I was on my way to drop my son off at swim school, and he was walking. This comedian Tony was walking in the other direction and walked past. And so we recognized him. I couldn't ask for his autograph. I was too shy. But yeah, he was wearing clothes, though. Yes. Don't worry, I'm wearing pants. Yes. So does anyone know Britain's Got Talent? Yeah. It doesn't, you know what I don't. But anyway, yeah. Why did I mention that? Oh, yes, Abbey Road. Yes. Of course, Abbey Road. Yeah. Didn't they use "Come Together" in like a trailer for what was it? What was the song? It wasn't Suicide Squad. It was like Justice League or something. I forget. What did I? Yeah. Anyway, "Come Together." Yeah. Taxman, yes, the favorite guitar song. Yes, that's right. And if you hear the what was it, the different version of Taxman, yeah, and we got a money, yeah. I always like to listen to Taxman, and then after I listen to Taxman, I like to listen to the theme song of the professional wrestler, $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Does anyone know that theme song? That's a great theme song. Right. So that listening to Taxman and then the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase theme song, that's a great double feature. Half of what I say is meaningless, but I say just to reach you, Julia. Yes, Ocean Child. Right. I have a very tender. My feelings of I have a lot of feelings of tenderness that emerge whenever I think of the song Julia. And it reminds me of my mother, who also passed away under very, very sad circumstances. And so quite several years ago from now, but it was a very, very sad thing. And so, when I listen to the song Julia, I am reminded of memories of my mother do emerge, and there were moments where, it wasn't the most perfect relationship, I would say, but it was, the relationship between mother and son, I think, at least from my vantage point, is one of the most important relationships. So for me, that's for sure. So yeah, that's a really powerful song. I agree. Really, really powerful. I love that song. The White Album. That's great. There's a legitimate album called Beatle Barkers, and it's an album covering many Beatles songs in almost entirely dog barks. Oh, that's so cool. Wow. That's really wonderful. I'd like to check that out. I'm a big fan of dog barks. So oh wow, I have to check that out. I've listened to I like to listen to Beatles covers. One of my favorite Beatles covers records is, or CDs, is, what is it? The soundtrack to the film I Am Sam, right? Is that right? I Am Sam. So I love that soundtrack. That's great. And in fact, speaking of Julia, what's the band that covers Julia on that? Chocolate Genius, right? I have that right. Chocolate Genius singing Julia on the I Am Sam soundtrack. That's really great. What are some other great ones on I Am Sam? What's the Across the Universe, and the Strawberry Fields for Everyone. Oh, it's great. Oh, speaking of Across the Universe, I think my favorite cover is, I mentioned this before, right? One of my favorite covers of Across the Universe has to be Fiona Apple. I love Fiona Apple's Across the Universe. It's really great. And the way that the music video, she turned it upside down. It's like the Joker in The Dark Knight, upside down, you'll be in a padded cell forever. This city just showed you is filled with people ready to believe in good. Until there's complete. Yeah, sorry, that was my poor Joker upside down. Sorry about that. Yes. Oh yeah, I was about to say, yeah. So, are there any Revolution Number 9 fans out there? If so, let me know. But yeah, Revolution Number 9, number nine, dun, and you're naked. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, that's my Revolution Number 9. Yeah. So it's of course much longer, but yes. Or one of my favorite songs I love to listen. There's a period in my life I was just listening to nothing but the song. It was the song Because, because the wind, right? It blows my mind. Yeah. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah. So I love that song Because. I love that song so much. And then Joe's going to write, you never give me your money. You only give me your funny pay. Right. Oh, sorry, I can't do Paul McCartney. You never give me your money, right? I bet I bet when Paul McCartney's singing that, he's probably singing that to Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. He's not going to give anyone money. I guess but I guess I take that back. Maybe if Paul McCartney were singing the song "You'd Never Give Me Your Money," that probably would be contradicted by $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, because that's in the song, and everyone's got a price. Everyone's got to pay, because the $1 Million Man always gets his way. Some might cost a little, some might cost a lot, but I'm the $1 Million Man, and you will be bought. So he buys people off. So that's the whole point of the $1 Million Man. He buys people off. So it's like, in fact, actually, Ted DiBiase would probably say to Paul McCartney, "That's what. Hey, what are you talking about? I pay you money constantly. What are you talking about, Paul McCartney? I give you money all the time. You never give me your money except if you're the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase." What am I talking? Anyway, yeah, it's late. I'm so sorry. Revolution 9 scared me to death as a child, but I love it. And I love the idea of asking what a song can be. And Revolution 9 certainly asks that question. Yes. Number 9. And then it goes in, oh, now it's time to say goodbye. Yes. I love that transition. That's great. And of course, revolution, right? But when you talk about destruction, I love how he stretches out the word destruction. When you talk about destruction, don't you know that you can count me out? Album version, right? Don't you know that you can count me out in? Ooh, very chilling. Pleasure to be able to speak with you as always. Oh, Oda, my dear friends, thank you. It's great to see you. And good night and take care. Have a great rest of your weekend. To all of you, my dear friends, have a wonderful rest of your weekend, the rest of your day, whatever the case may be, wherever you are in the world, whatever time it may be for you in the world. Please continue to be happy and healthy and well. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I really appreciate it. Thank you. So until the next one, my dear friends, cheers. Now it's time to say, or maybe I should do my like number 9, number 9, number 9, number. It's like a friend, and it's all naked. There we go. Thank you.